Well, hello, Tony, and everyone else. How is everyone tonight? Welcome back, Trackside, live here on Rail Moments with Casey and myself. I'm Mike. If you've not met me before, thanks for tuning in. Not sure what's coming tonight? Earlier today, around 10 o'clock this morning, the Southern 8099 sat right there waiting for authorization to proceed on down into Alabama. And I know a bunch of you guys were chasing it today. And yes, Jesse was right in the thick of that before you all ask. He was after it. I don't even know how many times he caught it today. So, good to have you all on. Tell a friend, hey, hop on. We can chat live. Like I said, we're here to have fun. Just a couple rules. If the scanner talks, I try to stop so we can hear what's going on. Have fun. Whatever it is that you see that's interesting to you on a train, point it out when it goes by. If it's the locomotive, point out what the model number is, or if you know something about that locomotive, or if you're trackside, Bag Squatch, Seth, Pikes Peak, any of you guys, Crash, Green Bean, anybody that's trackside, add them up above. Anyone that's a trackside, let us know. We can let you know what's coming your way. You let me know what's coming our way, and we'll just have a good time. And that's what we're here for. Like I said, not a clue if there's anything special coming. Nothing that I know of special is coming. But again, like you guys and I talk all the time, rail fanning's like fishing. You never know, but you do know the fish are under the boat. You just never know when they're going to bite. And if they bite, what do you pull up out of the water? In this case, what comes down the track? Now, for the last couple of weeks, we've had an MOW TIE train tied down here. And tonight, we've got some other equipment tied down on the siding over where the old Ottawa Depot used to be. And the other day when we met Knox right here at the end of Railroad Avenue. We're here on Railroad Avenue. It's a dead-end road in Ottawa, Tennessee, here in Hamilton County, Bootleggers Crossing area. And we'll just kind of take a look. I'll keep track of everybody or catch up with everybody on the monitor. And let's just see what we get from there. And I know Tony is dying to tell you that he's got news for you. So, Tony, feel free to do so when you're ready. Oh, and by the way, yes, we have green signal indication, and yes, we have a horn. Okay, you guys, in all your excitement, tell everybody what you're talking about. Lucas, John, everyone, fill everybody in on what y'all are going on about with locomotive 7646, our leader, an ES44DC locomotive. And wow, a super thank you to that train crew. That horn salute started at the crossing down and came all the way up. All right. And John's telling y'all what is special about that locomotive. Well, everybody, like we just talked, rail fanning is like fishing. Hello, Tara. And as you all see, John and everyone else is on to something. You just never know what's going to come next, or there's always something really cool. First off, that horn salute started for us all the way down at the crossing before. And we're in a slightly different setup here on Railroad Avenue. And he can see us a little bit earlier than normal. Hey, Lucas. Yes, but the cool thing is we all found 7646 together. And quite honestly, I stay so focused on trying to get zoomed in at the right time, trying to not miss anything, trying to get everything right, that I don't see a lot of the different things that you guys see, and that's why this makes it so cool. But as you all see from John, where John and Lucas are talking, and for those of you that are on, or for those of you that watch this in the future, and you don't watch in the notes, where the number boards are on the front there of locomotive 7646, there is no white paint around the number boards. Solid black. So, it got charbroiled off there, John, or that's how they're made, or it got repainted. Fill us all in. And Terry, so you've been chasing after Moving the Weight of the World? Is it close? Did you miss it? Or is it coming? So we have a black brow locomotive where now most of them are white brows. How cool, everybody, in case you missed that. Since John and Lucas were on top of it, you can go back. That's the cool thing about this. You can go back and see that. A black brow locomotive. And Tara, where is it? NS 3625 has one too, but it had an unfortunate mishap, huh? Well, that's not good. So just how many black brows are there, you two? And we are currently back to red over red. And I'm going to take a peek over here on the other side while y'all talk. Okay. Now I'm caught up with you, and I hope all the audience is too. Anybody have any questions about that? Ask Lucas and John. Guess you guys know what that means. And as John pointed out, 189 rolling south. Hello, Mama Bear. Hey, kid, we got QC1, QC2. And everybody, here is the picture that moving the weight of the world that Tara just sent to me on Facebook. Got the red nose, the stripe, and there. So, everybody, y'all tell Tara, good job today. There, I get the glare off of it. And anybody, you could do my Facebook. Like I said, technology is not one of my attributes at all. But when you send something there, I can take a look at it. And Lucas, is that picture you just sent me from today? Or is this something recent? That's 8103. Let's see if y'all can see it. Hang on. That's the picture that Lucas. Let's see here. We got lots of. There. The sun just as it is. That's 8103. Lucas, when did you see the Norfolk and Western? Over there, I think that's on the AGS, correct? And John, to answer your question, I don't see, when you send them into the website, I don't see them until Casey unlocks them, and he's been traveling extensively. Hello, Joe and Chuck. Chuck, I left you your package on my desk. John, do you do Facebook? And who is out trackside tonight? And here's a little funny for y'all tonight. Just to share with you. And it says, my ducks may not be in a row, but boy, do they have a good time. One says we, one says huh, one says where, one says what. That's your duck story of the night. All right, back to the other cam. Tara chased it from Boone's Mill, which, in case you didn't know, has, let's see, what was it, Tara? 4 stoplights and 1 railroad crossing? Refresh my memory. Oh, and she's still on the chase. And yes, Lucas, Jesse chased the Southern this morning. He was here on Railroad Avenue with it, and he was ahead of, and I think he caught it before Railroad Avenue. And then John, him and Jesse are partners with Whistleboard Productions. John caught it up in Cleveland. So I don't know where all they got it, but Jesse was all over like a coat of paint today. Now imagine that. He's out on finals this week, so he got sidetracked. Again, imagine that. And we got some railroad equipment over there. And by the way, Jesse has 2 cars. One's a silver Taurus and one is the green machine, the Expedition, which she put a hole in the gas tank on Friday. Something large just jumped right up off the road and bit him. Actually bit his gas tank. All right. Let's see if we can get y'all up on the likes. Whoa! Look at that. We're rolling all over the place. All that magnification. And the sun is just super strong. There, I got you all lightened up a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. Mama Bear, we may have a pretty nice sunset tonight, everyone. Yeah, and Jesse got really lucky this morning. Normally they stop back just a tad before the signal, kind of around the corner where we are. Nope, the guy in the Southern pulled it right up here today so Jesse could get all the pictures he wanted. Again, imagine that. Other than Tara running after moving the weight of the world, anybody else trackside? Now looking over at bootleggers. See, we got some other rail friends over there. Just on the other side of the switches. Hello over there, you guys. That train with the Southern this morning was massive long. I forget how long Jesse said it took him to get by, but it was huge. Sending Casey some pictures, something he wanted to look at on the monitor. Trying to get you trying to get the track and the likes in for you, so you've got both to watch. Hello, Rick. That sun is just at that point where it really makes it tough at this particular moment of the night. But there gives you the sun beaming through under the tower, looking over at the cemetery. And here comes Andy. And Andy is sporting his new incredible ride. You can't show that thing off over there. You can't show that thing off way over there. It's so new, he's still figuring out how to turn it off. Ick's talking to him. It says, "You have parked me in the sun. Move to the shade." And like I said, that sun is beating right on those signals. So they're still super hard to see. Atlanta North District coming north is red over red. Let me check Knoxville, you guys. Hiya.
How you doing?
Just living the dream.
I saw you on TV, so I figured I'd come over here.
I sent you a note.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it now.
Andy's got his his new ride, but he's got it hidden on the other side of the truck. I can barely get it here. Let's see if we can just kind of swing over here. There's just a corner of it right there. And Andy's new ride is a
Pathfinder Rock Creek.
Rock Creek Pathfinder. Now see, I would just get a Pathfinder, but nope, he's gone all the way. He wants to make a statement. Ooh, and is it pretty. Like I said, production 6 is in the way, but you can see part of it right over there. And he says for just $10 for 10 minutes, y'all can come over and drive. And you can go 10 miles. He has to go with, and it must be cash. He's trying to make the car payments.
Yeah.
John, have you heard what they're going to run to Somerville? Is Somerville going to be steam this week, or is it going to be diesel? I haven't heard, but to be honest with you, I've been so busy, and I'm going to miss it because I'm going to go over to the, where am I going to go? Oh, I'm going to go over to Decatur, Alabama for Caleb's River City Rail Club Rail Fan event this Saturday over in the city of Decatur, Alabama. And they have a huge setup there where NS and CSX both are side by side for a moment, just like Dalton. And Rick and John, it's never a bad day when you can hang out on the tracks. Rain, sleet, snow, shine, as long as you can get there. Once you get parked, there's nothing in the world to worry about. You just sit back, relax, and wait for the next one. And, as we talked earlier, and boom, first thing out of the bag, you get something unusual. If you want to have a seat on the tailgate, feel free. And we're going to move y'all slightly because the sun's moving all, so y'all put your seatbelt on for a moment. We're going to move to a slightly new spot. Sorry for the little earth tremors there. Here on Railroad Avenue in the exciting town of Ottawa, Tennessee. And that is Ooletwah, Ottawa. And right here is the area for Bootleggers Crossing that we've talked about so often. And once that sun gets down just a tad, I'll try and get focused a little bit more on the lights. But right now, it just drives the camera crazy because it wants to adjust to make everything dark to compensate for all that light. And Andy and I, we are actually hanging out on the tailgate with you guys tonight. Pikes Peak, Bag Squatch, Crash, Green Bean, any of you guys on to the south of us. Or maybe Seth, you hanging out down there at Howardsville Road, or as you all know, Long. How many miles you got on it already?
About 200.
You haven't like driven all over the place yet?
No, not yet. I'm heading to South Carolina Mother's Day weekend for a model airplane event.
What's that, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now?
2 weeks from yesterday.
Hey, y'all, don't forget, Andy just reminded us, Mother's Day is 2 weeks from yesterday. So, if you haven't decided what you're going to do, now would be the time. And I hear our first responders hard at work. And that would be the police department. Whoever did it, you better run. And now I hear, what are those, coyotes? What are those? Hear them yipping?
Yeah, it would be coyotes probably.
And the siren is making the coyotes howl over here to our left. And by the way, if you all know who took the sign over at Coffee's Cliff, tell them to put it back. That was not nice.
Somebody took the sign at Coffee's Cliff?
Yeah, somebody took the whole sign at Coffee's Cliff.
Yeah, what the hell?
And so, and for those of you who didn't know, Coffee's Cliff is named after a really super guy that's been going there for 40 years. And the railroad crew and everybody in the world named it after Mr. Coffee. And then his friends, from what I understand, that used to work for the railroad, that work at a sign shop, surprised him by putting a sign up that said Coffee's Cliff, where the freight of the world goes past here, or something like that. A very nice sign on two great big posts, concreted it in and everything. And now someone has taken the sign. And like I said, that's Knoxville, just like you and I and John, Lucas, everybody, like y'all like hanging out at the track. Andy and I sitting here on the back of this truck like we're selling watermelons or something along the road, or local honey or whatever. Axe sign just had the same meaning for him. So if y'all know who did it, tell them to put it back, please. Acts like an icon. Not to mention, it's a very unique location because it is not an official landmark of any type, but Google actually recognizes it as a search point. So, Coffee's Cliff, Chattanooga, Tennessee, is without a sign. And for those of you that have been there, you know, if you came to visit and you went to Coffee's Cliff, you would have no clue if you were there or not, because it isn't exactly one of the 10 most glamorous places to go in Chattanooga. And as John will tell you, leave it dark. Right, John? We are currently looking westbound towards Chattanooga, well, slightly northwest, where we're hoping to get a beautiful sunset tonight. Mrs. S is making a special dinner tonight. I promise not to be late. And the crows are crossing over. As you can see, there they go. Haven't seen our deer here in a good week. And the spooky entrance, we'll look at it after a bit, but the spooky entrance to the water tower is getting grown over, but the sign over it that says danger is still there. And no, kid, I am not camping in there. I don't care what it pays. You are not going to talk me into spending the night inside that spooky old water tower. But it is a beautiful and picture perfect night. And I bought a uniform for rail fanning. I still got the day job outfit on because I forgot to bring my nighttime uniform. Robert, I agree with you. I mean, I get it. You know, there's only one sign in the world that says Coffee's Cliff, and it's a really cool place, but why would you want to take that sign? I mean, since there's not like 50 of them, and there's only one, it's not like you can put it in the front window and say, hey, look what I got, a hot sign. If y'all want to take a field trip to Mayberry, Tara has her very own Mayberry. I think she just sent me a Facebook picture too. And again, technology and I aren't really sophisticated with one another, but I think we can do this. If all else fails, just use one phone to show it to the other phone. All right, Tara, I'm looking at the picture. Where is the town? Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Here is her town. Oops, sorry. Gotta do this first. There we go. There is Tara's town. And if I remember, she has 4 traffic lights and 1 railroad crossing. Do I have that right, Tara? My old age, I'm not real steady there. It gets closer then further. Looks like a peaceful place, Tara. And that is the town of Boone's Mill. Boone's Mill, Virginia, you guys. And while you're all looking at that, I'm doing something with Casey. And I hope I don't mess anything up, but I think I'm going to try something here. I'm probably going to regret this. Oh, never mind. I was just curious what that button did. And the good news is it didn't disconnect us. So that was the good news. Like I said, you put Mike and technology in the same sentence, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to upset Casey. And two, you have no idea what's going to be next. And since the sun is still just beaming bright, even standing here, we can't see what colors we have without the help of the binoculars, believe that or not. And hard as this is to believe, we are still looking at 4 regs. So Bag Squatch, if you guys are down there at Howardsville, y'all gotta get busy and send something up northbound. Oh, I found out where that road comes out.
Oh, yeah.
It goes down there, and down there by the pole, it goes down the hill, and you come out right by the car wash.
Oh, okay.
Not that it's legal, but it's there.
Hmm.
But the cops use it all the time.
Oh, I see.
How can you go from there to there without anybody knowing?
Yeah, right.
You're welcome. Unless you, or if you want a chair, I got a chair too.
I got a chair in
Okay.
the car. I just,
Feeling energetic, are you?
I guess. Yeah.
Anything new with the Railroad Club?
No, not really.
The Southern stopped right there this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jesse got some fantastic pictures.
Hmm.
Now, if it had been you and I, I'd stop back there like normal. Not for him. They pulled right on up there for him this morning.
Wow.
And the Montana Rail Link went through about an hour and a half ago, I would guess.
Last week I saw maintenance crew. They had I don't know what it was. They were grinding the track.
Oh, did you get to see the grinder?
Yeah.
Oh man, that thing is so cool. I want to film that so bad. Let's see, 702. All right, everybody. I'm going to give you all a project. And that project is to listen for a horn coming east. Y'all have been given an official assignment to participate with. No, you don't win $10,000 if you hear it first, but you do get a gold star next to your name that says, whoever hears the horn first on our next eastbound.
Oh,
Now, if you guys didn't hear that, somebody's in trouble. Whoa. He's going south. 4582, that NDPU is working hard. He must be in a hurry. I did see there was a SD70 ACE up front, but I didn't catch the rest of the list. John, what all did we have? Or any of the rest of you shouted out, what all did we have in that consist? Up there on the head end. It's just really cool tonight. And Papa Bear's probably right. Tara and Mama Bear are going to get an incredible sunset as you see the sun just beaming through the arches that hold up that signal tower. And our last southbound, he was rolling on. So much for the horn salute, though, or the window wave, or here's some trash, but oh well, we got the excitement of the train. Trying to. There's supposed to be a couple buttons that we're supposed to see, but they're not there. So I'm sending Casey pictures of it. And then there's a couple other things, but I don't know what they are. And boy, if you touch them, things really go bad. Well, Lucas, that's pretty cool. Let's see, who heard the horn first? All right, Tara, Lucas. Like I said, when we all go visit Tara, whoever's driving got to keep their eyes open, and we'll go right through her town. When she says it's a small place, she's not kidding.
Does Tara win the 10 grand?
Yeah. Let's see who got the horn here. And Tara has 2 crossings and an S curve on the track. Lucas, double red. Okay, Tara's got the first horn notification. Gold star alert or award goes to Tara tonight on that one. The lady in the little town that caught the 4822 today. She may still be chasing it if I remember the notes right. There, Tara, I said it back again the second time right. The first time made no sense. Hello, ain't right. How are you tonight, sir? And where are you? Hello, AAA. Oh, you're making pasta tonight? Mrs. S is making quiche. Now, we tried this once before. The first one didn't come out right, but boy, she nailed it the second time. So we're going to have a repeat performance. So dinner tonight, Mrs. S is brewing up the quiche. And like I said, the one she made the last time, the second time was, whoa, it was fantastic. So we're going to see if she can nail it on the first try tonight. And next, what's for dinner at the Rail Moments house. Compliments of Mrs. S, who I'm very lucky to have. And she lets me come out and hang out with you guys. And AAA, if you come visit, you're going to be in charge of cooking on site. And Tara has surrendered the race to catch 4822. It has slipped into the yard. And now it's time for the victory dinner. Hello, Crash. We've been wondering where you were. Oh, you guys, hey, I got to show you all something. I haven't opened it yet. Here, let's check the lights first. The sun is still so bright. Can you see what we got? On the Atlanta north side, we got red over red, and Andy's going to check the Knoxville West End.
It's red over red.
Oh, he's got a negative report, red over red. All right, you guys, I got to show you. We're going to do this together. Andy and I are hanging out on the tailgate, but I got to show you. Oh, there's the new car, by the way. Now you can see it. We moved. Whoops. There all you see is just the bumper. All right. Now remember, $10, 10 minutes, you can drive 10 miles. Andy has to go with, and it's what, 3 days old? 2 days old?
3 days old.
And is now a whole 3 days old, y'all. And we're here on Railroad Avenue. This is where Production 6 is sitting. And here's our bench, but I got to show you guys what we got. I'm missing the other shoe, but I know it's in here. This is for muddy days. We keep these just in case. It just came in.
Oh boy.
We can now make coffee trackside. We have a 1 cup plug-in Keurig, and we'll carry bottled water on board, and we can plug it into the Milwaukee right there for electricity, or the Production 6 also has 2 inverters. So we can plug it into the inverters, and we can now make coffee trackside, you guys. So when I get up too early and the first cup doesn't last long enough, we can now have coffee trackside. Keep the K-cups in the cab and we're good to go. Who says rail fanning has to be rough? Oh, I gotta show you what else I got. Since I told Tara and Tony we'd do some more night stuff, once I turn the big lights off, it's hard to find anything back here and put all the stuff away, so we got pop lights. So once I get the batteries, I gotta go buy some AAA batteries. We can mount them on the sides inside the truck, and now I can see and put stuff away. It's a challenge at night when, especially like if we're right here, we put the lights out. Whoo, does it get dark here. Yep, I wanted coffee the other day. And once you're started, you can't go anywhere.
Now we got water.
Hey, you guys, we got coupons. And Andy wants to know, do we have water? Yep, we love Public spring water in the bottles. We keep those. Whoa, we can put a lot of water in this. All right, you guys, you saw it first right here at Rail Moments, the trackside coffee pot. And I thought it was just a 1-cupper. Well, it is a 1-cupper, but we got extra water, but we won't be able to carry all that water around. But hey, you guys saw it first, unveiled right here tonight, the new coffee pot for Production 6. So when you all come to visit, you can have maple pecan coffee, Starbucks. If you don't like maple pecan coffee, you're either going to have to bring your own K-cup or you're going to have to drink unsweet tea. Jesse tried that once. That'll be the last time he drinks unsweet tea. He did not like my Gold Peak unsweet tea.
Yeah, I did too.
We scared him. So everybody, now we just got to find a place to keep it where it doesn't get broke. But for the moment, it's staying back here. And y'all, the other night, you guys know about the umbrella that didn't have a very good day. We have a replacement for it. Don't have it with us tonight, but we have an umbrella replacement from our tragic event over in Bridgeport when the wind won. So sun's going a little low. Mama Bear and Tara's sunset's coming up. Casey's sending me a message. We're discussing technology breakthroughs on what I could possibly do to do things or add excitement to things. One of which, Casey has come up with a way that he hasn't told me how yet, that we could run a 360 camera and you could watch what you'd like to watch. So more updates coming on that one. Like I said, the cack's out of the bag, but I'm not sure where that cack's going yet.
I was in Mama Bear's territory 2 weeks ago.
Did you see her?
No, I went to Rock City with a friend. I don't know who.
Oh, Mama Bear lives out in Lookout Valley, out by Waxahachie.
Oh, okay.
And she works over there too.
Okay.
We're talking about you, Mama Bear. Casey and I was sharing the idea of, can I overcome the challenge of technology? And my answer back was, not sure. All right. Crash, did you ever tell us where you were? I see we're still sitting on red over red. Tony, you sleep well. Don't be late, y'all. Tony gets up at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work. I have no idea. And yes, Crash, now we can make coffee at Coffee's Cliff. And when somebody brings the sign back, we can have our first cup there to celebrate that the accosted sign has been returned. Oh, Crash is down at Long, y'all. So now we have eyes to the south. So, Crash, you're in charge at kicking them north. What do you got for signals down there? And everybody, if you have not made plans yet, this Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, we're all going to go see Caleb and the River City Rail Club over in Decatur, Alabama, not Georgia. And if I say Decatur, Georgia, y'all correct me. QC1, QC2, you get on me, because I always want to make it Georgia, but it's Alabama. So, Decatur, Alabama, May 3rd, 2025, this coming Saturday, Rail Fan Day with Caleb and his group. And that is a great setting. Oh, we got Scratch on the scanner. All right, Crash just had our southbounder go rolling by slowly. And right now, Crash has all red at long facing northbound. But we got confidence in Crash. He's going to fix that. It was so beautiful here last night.
Oh, was it?
It was just purple, orange, red sky. Just put those colors together, and that's what it was. It was just beautiful last night.
Wow.
Have a seat if you want it. Don't be bashful. No, wrong phone. No, I know what I was doing. The serenity of our location has another siren. This one sounds like medical. And should we catch on fire up here, y'all call the tri-community fire department. Let them know that Andy and Mike need water
For the Keurig.
for the Keurig. That's right. Just like a locomotive, when it gets low on water, who do they call? We need Keurig water. I'm sure that call will get us arrested.
Yeah, right.
John have to come bail us out. Either there, we'd have to negotiate rail moment shirts to see if we can get unarrested. Ooh, it is quiet coming our way. Well, there's no good news that way either. Oh, we got Tara has sent us another picture of 4822. This must be one of her last catches of the day. As I get up off the comfortable tailgate to do this, Tara's making the old people move here. All right, this looks like Tara's last catch of the day of 4822. Trying to get the glare off of it there for you. Where it has now gone into the yard, and she has surrendered her chase and gone back to the little town of Boone's Mill. Boones Mill. Tara worked hard on that today. Y'all give her a round of applause. Good job, Tara. And not sure if you can see this, but talking about the white brow and the black brow, there is a black brow modification that is like, if I get this right, our first train of the night, our first locomotive, 7646. Boy, the camera doesn't like that maneuver, does it? Tara, Mama Bear, there's your water tower, the signals, the sun, and no wildlife in this picture at the moment. And that water tower is 1910. Whoops, that made it too dark. Sorry there, y'all. Yeah, it was just beautiful this night. We didn't have a train, but we sure had a beautiful sunset.
Oh, yeah.
Lucas, thank you for sending us that last picture or forwarding it to me so I can show everybody. Tara, what exciting thing is going on in Atlanta to talk you into leaving the big town of Boone's Mill to go all the way to the big city? And I guess to get there you go down 85? If y'all need bottled water, Mama Bear's got it on sale at the store today. $1 per one bottle. So, if you buy 10 bottles of water, there's 10 bucks. If you come on over with those 10 bottles of water and hop in with Andy, go 10 miles, that's 20 bucks, and you can have one container of water every mile. So, if you want to know how to expend 20 bucks in an exciting way, support Mama Bear's store, help Andy with the car payment, and get bottled water all at the same time. Tara's gonna go see the Braves. Now, I do not keep up with baseball. It's kind of like watching paint dry slowly. But I heard the Braves weren't doing too well this year. Is that still true, or have they picked up momentum? And Crash, you keep those reports coming on what you see for signal lights down there. That is the one thing about Long. You can see the signal light even if you're related to Helen Keller. Long has a perfect setup right there at the crossing to see the switch that's controlled out of Atlanta. As that traffic diverges from track 1 to track 2, about 12 minutes by train from where we are. So, Crash, it's up to you. Get us a northbound. In the meantime, we're just going to sit back, relax, and Andy's waiting for the first customer at $1 a mile, 10 miles minimum. Maybe a small booking fee on top of that for my services to get this whole thing going, but hey, we can negotiate that when y'all arrive.
I'm waiting for 44,000 people to donate $1 so I can get a truck.
And let me tell you, Andy says we got to do a lot of test driving. We may have to take this water tower apart one block at a time and start selling water tower blocks. Uh-oh, somebody was talking. All right, Tara, if they picked up, what is their...
362, stand by for signal indication, over. Copy, thank you.
Well, that was loud and clear. The Dallas Cowboys, the team that can never make it all the way. Eddie at my place of work loves the Cowboys. And we always kid him. It's going to be Taylor Swift 2, Cowboys 0. And y'all stop by the Mapco on Browns Ferry Road next to Hardee's. Say hi to Mama Bear and pick up some of that on sale water today. 1 bottle, $1. Motorcycle.
Sounds like it.
False alert. John, which one of those 300 hacks you got on today, sir? Robert, AAA, anything new in your guys' world? Or y'all just like Andy and I, being lazy, hanging out at the track, not a care in the world? Well, 1 care each. My next car payment is the 11th. No, my next car payment is the 6th. Well, it's one of those 2 days. I don't know, but I know it's coming up. I'm not sure Andy knows his next car payment yet.
June 9th.
Oh, he does. June 9th. We'll have to mark that down, y'all. Remind him. Make sure he doesn't get off on the wrong foot. The next payment, the first payment's due June 9th. I may have to have Andy remember my date. Robert, is everything good in your household? You were kind of up and down there for a while. I hope everything is running smooth now. Everybody's up and at it, and everybody's doing well. And for those of you who are on, is anyone going over on Saturday to Decatur? See Caleb and the River City Rail Club in Decatur, Alabama. And tonight's so I take that all is good, right, Robert? Tonight's conclusion time will be 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. So, Don, if you jump on, you need to get that grass skirt on. Or as John will tell you, once I tell you what time we have to go, then we'll get that train. But Don's got the secret grass skirt dance to catch a train. And John always has the lucky hat. One of, he has 300 plus. Excuse me, 300 plus. Mama Bear, I don't know what the holdup is in all the colors there like we had last night. By this time last night, we had all kinds of colors. I have to go get some of that rail art paint and get busy. All right, Robert, you have a fantastic rest of your evening, sir. Thanks for jumping on. And we will see you at the next crossing tomorrow. Not sure where we're going. Might go to the south end of the Debucks Yard is one of the thought processes. So I'll keep y'all updated on the bird cam tomorrow, and we will be trackside somewhere tomorrow night. As far as I know, the weather is supposed to cooperate, and we can hang out again. So, Robert, have a fantastic evening. Take care, everybody in the house. Give that pooch an extra treat. Never give your dog enough treats. They'll love you more. Oh, I gotta tell you all a story. And we are not sponsored by Chewy, but this is a true story. Our dog, who's we have talked about before, is a skipper key, and her name's Harley. She just goes crazy. And I mean, when I tell you goes crazy, I mean it's just run into things. Crazy for treats. And we have Science Diet soft bone baked treats with, I don't know, chicken, lamb. I'm not sure what all's in there. But anyhow, they're like $9 a bag, $8 a bag, something like that. But anyhow, we order them on Chewy. And, you know, I hate doing things online. I just like to go to the store. But I can't find them anywhere here in the store, so I order them on Chewy. So 3 o'clock, and this is true story now, you guys. 3 o'clock on Saturday, I ordered those treats. And approximately 3 o'clock on Sunday, they hit my doorstep. Now, how crazy is that? From computer to wherever they are, to order, to processing the expense of the order, onto my credit card, and delivered on a Sunday at 3 o'clock, just amazes old people. Me. I don't know how they do it, but it's just, next thing we know, the drone will be delivering things to the door like they tell us. Hey, tell your dog I'm proud of her. The good news is, hearing's nothing wrong with that, Robert. So as long as she can hear treat, that's good news. Nothing better, no better feeling on the planet than to either spoil the wife, or if you're on the female side, spoil the husband, as to give your pet a treat, be it cat or dog, although dogs are smarter, but we won't get into that argument, will we, Tara? Always spoil them. They bring so much to our lives, so always spoil them.
A friend of mine had 2 skipper keys.
Really? Oh, where? Here or up
No,
north?
in Illinois.
They're so rare.
Smart dogs, too.
Triple A, I'm telling you, next time you're trackside with us, you're gonna be cooking because now you got me hungry. And you got 23 minutes yet before I get to leave to go have quiche that Mrs. S is making. Oh, it sounds yummy. I'm glad it turned out well. One thing's for sure, when we have you on with us, we always think of good food. They're incredibly smart dogs.
Yeah.
Very family oriented, very protective of the family. Love water, love to ride. No fear.
Yeah.
Okay, Mama Bear, Tara, and for the rest of you that like sun sex, Texas Roadhouse. That's one of Danny's favorite. Danny's my wife. That's one of our top 5. But since they built the new one, every time we go over, it's like an hour wait. By the time I get to eat, I can't remember if I'm hungry anymore when I have to wait an hour. And the last time we were there, it's an hour and a half wait to get into the Texas Roadhouse. But boy, it is good. And their salads are always super fresh. Yeah, Luke's the one that's over there in Hamilton. Well, plus, now they've got all the barrels up and they're changing the entrance. Hey, look at this, you guys. Woohoo!
Green.
Andy got so excited he said you can have 50 cent a mile rides. We got green, y'all. Highball green on the Atlanta North District line. Crash, you did a fine job down there. Thanks for coming through. But anyhow, we were talking about there on 75. They're redoing the they're redoing the exit going into the mall. Exit, I don't know what it is, 3.5, 4, whatever it is. But anyhow, we're like the Barrow City already. And now with the traffic backed up, trying to get off of 75 northbound into the mall to the new Texas Roadhouse that's right there. First of all, you almost forget where you're going. It takes so long. And then once you get up there, you get into the parking lot. Their parking lot's kind of small. And normally you could park over there on the mall side. But now they got that temporary fence up because they're building something over on the mall parking lot side. You can't just park across the street from the Texas Roadhouse anymore. So then you drive around in there and race everybody else for the next parking spot. Then once you get it, you go on up and say, hey, I want to eat here. And they say, oh, no problem. Have a seat out front and we'll see you in an hour and a half. And that's when it's like, But yeah, between the Barrows and the parking lot and the wait, we're just all going to go to Triple A's house, let him cook steak. All right, you guys, we got green, highball, and just to the south of us is Crash. So he's going to get a peek at that train first. And he just got green as well. Our next challenge is to get that train here in the light. Mama Bear and Terry are getting a little sunset there. Not sure we're quite overboard yet. All right, I forgot about the one up at Hickson. Is the wait as long up there? I totally forgot there was one up there.
one coming north. I'm gonna have to get going.
Me too. That Keisha sounded mighty good, and I promised her I wouldn't stay out all night. By the time we get this northbound, it'll be 8:30 at least. Look and see if there's anything coming east.
So where's Crash at in Bethel?
No, he's at Long Howard's. Hey, you been to Howardsville Road yet? I gotta get you out.
Was that where the crazy guy is?
Silver Nissan Center, Altima, I think it is. 4-door. It's a 4-door Altima. There's Long is a super spot to watch because just a second. They'll tie down a train. Well, first we got a big parking lot section. It's kind of like down there, about the same equivalent.
okay.
It's not quite as long,
Okay.
and it's basically all on one side, and then it is cut. It's the two tracks side by side, so it's literally cut between the trees. You got this massive amount of trees on both sides, kind of like when it goes around the corner down there.
Yeah.
It's just a straight cut because the helicopter gave it a haircut down there. And for the northbounds, they stop right there at the crossing, and it goes from 2 to 1 from Appleton up to here. So single track up to here. So a lot of times you get 1, 2, you can even get more than that, one behind the other, or you get a train that ties down there, or you get crew changes there. So you get a lot of activity there.
Okay.
And the signal boards are right at the crossing. I mean, here's the crossing, and they're right there.
Okay.
Because the second they go across the crossing, they diverge into one. And so it's just a really, really cool spot. And if you're chasing something particular, if it's having to wait, I mean, it's nothing to wait something there for an hour, 2 hours. Like if they've got 3 going south, which they normally run them in groups of 3, which is kind of the usual number.
Yeah.
If there's something cool, and they normally stop right close to the crossing. About 1 out of 4 times they'll stop right here for this signal, but usually they stop just right back there where you can't go back and take pictures and stuff.
Okay.
You're kidding, Crash. We're going to get a Longhorn on Battlefield Parkway at Pine Grove. How far down is Pine Grove off of 75? My wife's going to be so excited. We live in Ringo, but we live up by, right up by the state line on Ottawa-Ringgold Road in the meadows there. So she'll be so excited we have a second choice. Oh, that is super cool. That's great news, Crash. Yes, Mama Bear, your sunset's starting to take on a few different colors there. It's about time. And then right in the middle of it, you have that beautiful green light. Hey, Crash, how you doing with sending us that northbound? All right, Crash, you're in charge of getting him here in the daylight. No nighttime. No late for dinner or my quiche will be out on the front porch. And we can't have that, especially after AAA talked about all that good food he had tonight. Wow, what a beautiful setting. Nothing better than the fresh smell of creosote after a warm day for those brand new ties laying there on the side with a slight breeze going across the top of them, a green light and a beautiful setting, and a couple wrens chasing off the mosquitoes. That's my kind of night. Almost makes me want to plug the new Keurig in and make me a cup of coffee. Crash is still waiting on our northbound. We got confidence in you. We know you're going to kick it up here any moment. Otherwise, Andy said, I'm leaving you here in the dark. My new car gets scared in the dark. It's only spent every night in the garage. It doesn't want to be out there in the dark. Surprised the mosquitoes aren't after us tonight.
Or those flies that over by the Penn Bridge.
Those things were massive. That was craziness.
Right.
They didn't have to park in the parking spot. Can we wait? No, now. Yes, sir.
It's because there was a line of cars waiting to park.
I know there were so many people wanting to get in that parking lot. I didn't know they were all going to fit. Were you there when the golf cart guy came?
No.
Oh, then I had another one on a golf cart.
Oh, really?
But I think a different agency. He wasn't. I forget what, but he wasn't a Hamilton County Ranger. And he was more curious about what we were doing. But he has like 7,000 questions. And I think they had something going on. Wow, I can't believe how quiet it is. Crash, they must have okayed that train up from about Atlanta. Does not appear to be anything to the west of us coming at us. And the Knoxville line coming south is still red over red. I guess I could have done that while I was there. Guess what? I'll turn that on to tease us. Well, you guys, there is also an eastbound coming at us. Now, if they would let him go up Knoxville West End, that would be cool. So 10 minutes is 34, 35, so 8:40, but Won't be long. It'll be 9 o'clock before it gets dark.
Yeah.
We have 2 locomotives and hopper cars coming. Let's see how long ago this train went through. Go. Okay, so 8 o'clock. So he's 20 minutes. All right, Crash. You should have 4 NS Whiskers coming to you within 10 minutes. Now, if we're lucky, our eastbound will go northbound. If we're not lucky, our eastbound is going to sit down there and wait. But we got a good chance that he could go north because they set this green so long ago. They could have run him on south, depending on the priority. They could have maybe run him south and got him past Long before the northbounder. So we might get lucky and have a northbound. And he's probably 10 minutes out. Hey, Real Fat Lucan, how are you tonight? I loved that video that you sent me. Thank you. Very unique, very different, totally different. AAA, fishing is not one of my favorite sports. I love to go deep sea fishing, and the reason being is, for some reason, those sandwiches that they sell on board, or if you make your sandwich and take it out there, for some reason, a sandwich on the ocean or the Gulf just tastes so much better. No idea what it is, but you can take me out in a boat any day as long as I have shade so I don't get burned, and good food. That is my idea of good fishing. Hello, Brian. We are all on grade A, double A fine tonight. Everybody has reported that everything is good in their world. We have currently 2 planes racing on the sunset. Andy's hanging out with his 3-day-old brand new ride. Never been out in the dark yet, so starting to get scared. Excuse to garage. I don't know if I can pull this off, but let's see if we can do this. Not sure we can get this achieved. There's the green.
We got a visitor.
And we got guest. That might be Crash. He drives a white truck. There they are. There's one. Now where's the other one? Okay, there they are. It is a race in the sky between plane 1 and plane 2. Now we had visitors, but they got scared. I don't know if it was Andy that scared them or if I scared them, but either way, they took one look at us and took off. So, not sure what caused that problem, but we scared them. All right, there you go. Airplane race. Not every day I can pull this one off. All right, Crash has got horn. Woo! Don must have just got on and put on that grass skirt, y'all. All right. Crash has horn. And Crash, if you should see 4 locomotives. 4 sets of whiskers coming right at you. And the airplane race continues. The one on the top is outdoing the one on the bottom. Crash, you see if you can get us a train number. And Andy and I are hoping that our eastbound coming at us is going to go north up the Knoxville West End, and we could have a side-by-side train meet. Our first plane is now behind the tree, and plane number 2 is racing to hide. Vapor trail did not last tonight. Look at that. That vapor trail is just momentarily there and then gone. Oh, hey, guess what, you guys? Let's see if I can pull this one off. If I do this, this is really going to be catch of the night. Okay, you guys, there it is. You have, I don't know if y'all can see this. I hope so. Up, I just made the camera mad. I'm sorry. I'm bad. There is a third one. Oh, the camera's really struggling with this whole project. All right, I'll stop you guys. Anyhow, there's 3, and way back, there's a 4th. But no way that's going to happen. Now, Crash has our northbound at Long. Those of you familiar with Long, about 12 minutes. Since he's already got green indication to highball on his way through here, we are going to have some train action. We just got to have that action while we have light. All right. There you go, Mama Bear, Tara, everyone else. A little bit of sunset. A little bit of train indication, a little sun on the tracks. The airplane race is over, and the birds are chirping. does sound like a train.
Oh, you heard? Oh,
Sure sounds. You leaving me?
no.
Oh.
Obsidian green. Huh? Obsidian green. Yeah.
It's pretty. Go right here. Camel.
White material.
Ooh, no. That's way too much. Way too much cleaning. Why don't trains ever get lost? Because engineers always know the way, or, no, I got a better answer. They only have one track to follow. Did I get it right, Tara? They always follow their tracks. I was pretty close. I get a half a star for that. Hey, you guys. Crash is about 12 minutes by train time to the south of us. He's got the train passing him for our highball green. Someplace on the other side of the curve, there's an eastbounder. Don't know if he's sitting over there waiting for our northbound to pass, or if he'll be on track 2, because this is track 1, that's track 2. There are 2 diverge points between the signal towers. You're looking at the westbound towers, or the going into Chattanooga towers, because it's really considered north-south at this section here on the lines. So we could have one or two things happen. Our train is somewhere close, could be waiting on our northbounder that Crash has already seen, or he's on 2 and he'll go past us, and we might end up with one on each side. So we're hoping we got enough light to make it. We're still here, you're still here, so we're going to hang on at least for our highball green. And if our northbound goes, then we could have a southbound right behind him. So we'll just kind of play this by ear. Mrs. S, if you're on, I'm running a tad late. You know, those trains always get me in trouble because they only follow one track, and that's the track that gets me in trouble. So it's Tara's fault that I'm late. But we do have a beautiful setting for it. All right, Crash, you give us an update at your end.
battery's up. I'm getting hungry.
Me too. It's bad. You can't, when you wait this long, it's just not right to leave it on base, you know? It's like bases are loaded, you still got one out, and you say, oh, I just give up.
Yeah.
We won't finish the game.
Did you get this? Did you say you got this at Home Depot? The power thing?
I got it direct from Milwaukee.
Oh, did you? Okay. Just went online to order?
The rep comes through,
Oh, from your at your job. At your, okay, I see.
so he handled it for me.
Oh, okay.
So it's, oh,
Yeah, I was pricing them for a few dollars.
and the bad part is, after you spend the money to buy it, then you've got all the money in the batteries, which are a ton.
Yeah, the batteries are. I saw the batteries like $250.
What's this crazy? Yeah, they came and hung out with me for a while.
When did they do it?
The other night when I was up here.
Oh, did they?
And as well, you saw, if I feather it, I can last for a while.
Yeah.
And they as you saw, if I feather it, I can last for quite a while. The other thing you can do, there's another grade of batteries, one step up,
Yeah.
and they're really expensive, but I think they're double the capacity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't trip, don't fall.
So that will, if you plug that in, that'll also plug up the batteries too.
How do you mean?
So you don't have to take all 4 batteries off.
Correct, you just plug it up with the battery, because the batteries are the only power source it has.
Yeah.
It just, the whole box itself just converts the batteries from DC to AC. That's all the box does
Okay.
for that astounding price.
Yeah. I was looking for it online today, and it's like, holy crap.
And then I said the batteries. So, and then the other thing is, if the batteries drain equally,
Uh-huh.
and if you, let's just say you have one good battery, like one of the great big ones, and you put it in, and you don't put 3 of them in at the same time, it only has the power level of the weakest battery.
Yes, I've heard that too.
So you got to put, if you want to say, hey, I want to go all out, then you got to put all 4 on for the change.
Right.
Then you're good to go again.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, or the other thing, if I have time in between, I
That's your
can.
370 on. I'll put that thing on around it. Figure the relief crew's gonna come. Thank you.
I can also run the truck and plug the inverter, run the inverters in. If I'm out in the middle of nowhere, like tonight, and I didn't want to give up, but I did have an extra set. I can turn the lights off and charge them. But you can only go one way. You can only use the lights to see, or you can only charge it.
All right, you guys. Why is Mike and Andy so quiet? Well, we aren't quiet, but we've been yakking here for a moment. We're talking about our options. So, as you see, the ground is flashing orange and white brighter and brighter as the moments go by. Okay, Mama Bear, I see a train has been through. Mama Bear knows that because it left tracks. Y'all are on with the rail jokes tonight, aren't you? All right, Andy and I are still here, and we were just talking. It's like going to, where's the rest we were talking about? Where were we talking about for dinner? Texas Roadhouse.
Yes, yes.
It's like going to Texas Roadhouse. We finally got off 75. We finally got past all the barrels. We finally got to the parking lot, which was too full, and we had to go park over by Cheesecake Factory, for those of you who know Hamilton Place Mall area. Then we get on the wait list, and about 5 minutes before dinner time, we decide, hey, we've waited too long, so we're going to go. So Andy and I were just having that conversation. We've invested so much time, we have to stay for this highball green. But our problem is it's going to be dark. So we decide we'll throw one set of the lights up. So we got one set of lights up. Crash, how long ago? Okay, how long ago did your train, our northbound, clear through Long? That'll give us an idea how long. And you guys start listening for horns. Crash did his part. He found the northbounder and sent it on up here. We got one set of lights up, so we're gonna check this out. All right, that one's too low. Okay, you guys, here's a little test run. All right, now let's see what the camera thinks about all this. All right. Let's check our recording device power level. All right, we still got a little time there. The lights are on.
Did I hear a horn?
No, I didn't hear anything.
It's funny.
Oh, yeah, right.
When we run the cop shop.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay, everybody, we have horn. All right, the lights are on. Just to give you an idea. There you go. That's without. And that's with one set. So here you go, guys and gals. Crash, thanks for sending that up our way. You have a fantastic evening. We know, or we believe we know, right on the other side of this curve is a southbound waiting. So we hope to put one more in the bag after this, but Andy's already told me he's hungry, so this train is it for him, and his car wants to get back in his garage. Here we go, guys, gals.
That was funny they didn't stay.
Oh, the police?
Yeah. Like, whoops, can't hide here.
We have glowage. everybody, we talk about timing. We were on that whole story about we finally get into the restaurant and it's our turn. And I think you guys all froze on your end. My end looked fantastic, but I think your end looked non-fantastic. I haven't had a chance to check, but I do believe with the auxiliary monitor that's up, y'all got to see the locomotives and then poof, we lost our connection. So, if it's true, I'm sorry. If it's not true, oh thank goodness. Now we know, or we believe we know, that there's one just on the other side, so we're going to wait just a couple minutes. Got the lights on since they're already out and everything. If we get a honk, we're going to catch the southbounder. If we don't get that honk in about 5 minutes, then we're going to pack and we're going to cut a path home because Mrs. S has that dinner waiting that she made. So let's see what happens. And for those of you that are still on, let me know, did your end freeze? You leaving me, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
All right.
I gotta go get some dinner.
I'm going to be shortly behind you.
All right, cool. Well, I'll see you next time then.
Okie dokie. I'll let you know where we go tomorrow night.
Okay.
Drive careful. We're going to see if this northbound is waiting over there, then we're going to take off.
Okay, so you were thinking about south to Butts, over by the...
I'm thinking about the soccer fields tomorrow night.
That's by the refueling area, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay.
It's right there at the UTC soccer field, and it's right there at the UTC parking lot.
Okay.
The practice field. It's just down from, what's that old stadium there? It's from Engel. It's just down about 4 blocks west of Engel Stadium on that road there.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know where we're going to go.
Okay. All right, I'll see you then.
Well, everybody, apparently we did freeze on that last train. I don't know how much of it you got to see. We did our thing to get reconnected. Technology is what it is. Technology, I guess. So, I apologize. Darn it, we waited so long for that train just to have a freeze. So I don't know what y'all got to see or what you didn't get to see. And we're going to give this till 9:15 for our other train, if he is right there on the other side. We'll hear his horn shortly. Andy said to tell y'all good night. He's on his way out. That was Andy honking goodbye to y'all. And thanks for the wave from that last train crew. We gave them a flashlight wave. And we are now hoping to hear a double blast that our southbounder's going to get ready to roll. Otherwise, we're going to call tonight and go home and have dinner. And again, my apologies that we lost. I talk about timing. Ouch. Hello, cow person. Right now we are in Ottawa, Tennessee, just east of Chattanooga, where we are. Ooltewah, Ooltewah, Tennessee, here on the Atlanta North District line and the Knoxville West End Line, where they split and go their own direction. Or right on the other side of that signal tower, it turns into the Knoxville West End and runs on in towards Chattanooga, where they either go up the C&O and TP, or they continue on to Chattanooga. And Mama Bear, so you saw the train. Some of us did, some of us didn't. Interesting. And thanks for jumping on with us. Any other questions I can answer for you, ask. We're going to wait until 9:15 before we conclude tonight's live, just in case that southbounder is holding there on the other side. In the meantime, we're going to do a little packing. All right, you guys, new location. There's our double horn. everybody. Thanks for being with Casey and I tonight. I hope everybody had a good time. I'm sorry we had that technical problem with our link up to the satellites to broadcasting live here in Ottawa, Tennessee on that second to our last train. Not this one, but the one before. Again, our apologies. But from Casey and I to all of you, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. That way you know when we go live, and we do that on a regular basis throughout the Southeast. And tonight, it's been fun, and it's been a lot of fun. So Mrs. S has dinner waiting, and I'm going to see you guys at the next crossing, because as soon as I turn those lights off to pack, it's going to be dark up here. So thanks, everybody. Have a great evening, and we will see y'all trackside tomorrow at the next crossing here on Rail Moments with Casey and I and all of you. QC1, QC2, thank you very much, Mama Bear and Papa Bear. And actually, Kid Outdoors, he's got 2 names. And see y'all soon. And there is the 1910 water tower. I'm going to leave you on for just a moment, and then we'll start packing. Once those lights go off, yes, it does get dark out here.